Hello, beautifuls. Bring it in. Give yourself a hug. We're here. We're alive. Thank you for your patience. Hello, hello, hello. If you are here live with us, let us know in the chat. Hola, Angela. Hello. We are tuning into this month's energy guidance updates. Mainly messages from Source, Great Spirit, from Mother Earth, what's just naturally coming in for us at this time. So, in this reading, just a reminder that you're going to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I channeled this and I'm going to be channeling this for the collective. So, once again, just taking what really resonates and aligns and notice what you are experiencing as you are receiving. If you want to write things down or share anything in the chat throughout as I fix my hair, you definitely can. Hello, Red Mars. Hello. Oh my gosh, I want to say your name right. I feel like I've said it before. Xutox, Xuoxtic conception. I'm not gonna mess it up, but hello, I see you. Hi, love. Um, we are here. Hi, Dylan. Okay, so let's drop in. Um, Hi, Ava. Rebelliously misunderstood. Welcome, first live from Tucson, Arizona. Incredible. Yay, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the space. Before we drop in, a few reminders of kind of how this is going to go. We're going to drop in, we're going to go into the general reading, and then I will have some space for a few live readings. These are oracle card readings, and it could be also light language and whatever comes through me as a channel. After this, so at 11:30 PDT, at 11:30 a.m. PDT. Right after this, we're going to be tuning into our soul circle. So this is a space that is free and available to anyone that is a member of this channel. We do it on Zoom. And then if you are not a member of the channel, but you want to try it out, your first circle should be free. It should automatically be there. But yeah, and that link is in the description below. So if you want to just hop on and register for it so that you are there and available to tune into some practice. We're going to use it as a sacred space to share as well, to receive any more readings. If you're a member and you want to receive a reading and you know you're going to be on the call, we can always do the reading on the call. We can go a bit more in depth in that space. Another thing I want to share is that if you're part of my love letters, which is like my newsletter, I do it like once or twice a month, but I send these lovely love letters to everyone on that list. And this past one, I was letting everyone know that I feel like the universe has like kind of brought me back up into doing more energy work and one-on-one sessions with people. So if you are curious in receiving some energy work, I focus a lot on clearing, on shielding, on overall guidance from your higher self, your guides and source, and just a general healing and balancing of your energy, as well as a lot of integration. I also am offering mentorships if you are curious in, using your gifts as service. So light language channeling, if you're here activating your light language, if you are moving into a place of offering your service as a light worker, I offer mentorships for that as well. And I'm also holding sessions for those that are in their inner healing journey at this time. So, yeah. So I have all of that going on. It's not on my website. You may try and find it, but you're going to have to email me for that one because I'm feeling called to offer it this month and next month, and we'll kind of see what goes from there. But it's just been coming in, and I just want to put that out there if anyone is really feeling called to get a bit deeper into energy work and learning how to do that for themselves. And yeah. Alrighties. So that is all the updates, all of the things. Let's get into it. I'm going to say hi to everyone first. I am Angel. Hello, Bazina. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Hi from Switzerland. Oh man, thank you so much, Dylan. Look at the dancing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Cosmic Wisdom 999. Hello, hello, sis. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, so let's take some breaths. That was a lot of words, at least for me. Palms wherever they feel called to be on the body or at your sides. Let's dip the chin slightly, lift the sternum, the chest, aligning the heart over the pelvis, head over the heart. If you're laying down, allow yourself to just wiggle into coziness. And just start to recognize your breath. Perhaps noticing any places that your mind is instantly called to in the body where there may be like tightness or tension or an ache or just an interesting feeling. May not be one of those things. And if your attention was brought to a space that was more painful or tension filled, I want to invite you now to just take a breath, inhale, and blow it out nice and slow. Now, can you sense a part of the body that feels good? Bringing yourself into a moment of gratitude for these dual experiences that can occur inside the body, in our reality, in our mind, in our energy. I'm feeling really called before we start the reading to just offer a little light language to everyone. Biasota kamala siana kwam. Ambuela katia sadiera kwamo eretia la sian. De hira katala sieta koshororo koro kuskuna. Shko to masiala hatiala ka sariora. Hua sariera kiana tuala. Harik puara siana hira kasiala kata. Amasiara kanatua sharayama. Masuara kiala tiana kwa. Taking a moment to just let that settle, travel. Relaxing the eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, your forehead. Letting the jaw relax a bit. If you're still feeling tension as you drop the jaw, you can bring your fingers and just begin to rub it out. And we'll take 3 deep breaths, inhaling in through the nose. Making a sound out the mouth or even humming. Inhale. If you want to open your arms, feel expansive. This is a big message. You can. And let it out with some sound. Once more, all the way in, all the way up, and let it go. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking that moment. Alrighty, so May 2024, the initial message that came through was an embrace of love without conditions. So, something we can hear as this unconditional love, right? So, I was seeking a bit more clarity in this because this is a message that tends to come through quite a bit. And this time it seems to be the focus in this month is kind of like embracing that aspect of love. So, this is going to be especially a big message for those of us that have felt we have kind of moved away from it, are feeling more, negative energies. We're feeling a bit in a place where it feels a bit more difficult to get to these vibrations or frequencies of joy and presence, right? We may be dissociating, our body may be stressed, we may be in a space of just seeking this aspect of our being, or really longing and desiring for this part of us that doesn't feel it's fully grounded here right now. So for those of you that may be experiencing that, this is a big message to start to return to those practices that allow you that space to connect with your heart, to connect with your soul, to connect with the love inside of you. Something that what has been really powerful for me is simply bringing my hands to this space. So the left hand is often associated with the feminine, the receiving, and the right is often associated with the masculine, the giving, the providing, right? So when we put our hands on this space, let's say we put the left first, we put the right here, we're receiving ourselves, we're tuning into ourselves, and you can play around with this and see what it feels like. I know for me, this in my own practice has been true, but play with it. The right hand coming onto the heart first, and then the left over it, you're really giving to yourself. So this is a beautiful practice to just breathe and be here, see what it feels like to hold yourself, to give to yourself, to receive yourself in that way. This embrace of love is really going to be this powerful factor of what it is that we're anchoring into the earth grid at this time, and something that we've been doing for a very long time. And it's definitely deeply needed because we are seeing, as we talked about last month, we're seeing this movement, this really powerful polarity that we can be experiencing right now. The highs are very high, the lows are very low, right? And it may feel like we're on a roller coaster sometimes. It may feel like we're like stuck in one place and we're like, okay, but what happened to this part of me? Where did this go? Where am I heading? Right. And those of us that are kind of in that state, this is a powerful time to utilize the support that you have. So, just a big reminder that all of us, we have support from spirits. We have support from our team of light, our spirit guides, our angels, ancestors, however you want to associate them, whatever word that you are using to recognize that there is divine support here, that they are always with you. Your team of light is always with you. Your angels are always with you. There is these beautiful aspects of being, in this realm that we don't necessarily always see, but can be felt in our own unique way. So remembering that we have that level of support as we return home to who we truly are. And this sense of home to who we truly are is really coming home to that source self. Okay, this sovereignty within you, this aspect of self that is able to notice the differences between like the perspectives of the soul and the ego, this self that is able to choose to allow gratitude in the face of change, gratitude in the face of knowing what it is that we want to change, how it is that we want to move forward at this time. This self is recognizing that you are source, that you are this oneness, that you are made of all the same things, that you are this creator, that you are this spark of the divine, right? You are this expression of that, living in this human body, realizing what it is that being human can be and has always been, just has been, moved into a place of distortion by many different influences and choices, within this world that we can see as, you know, being maybe inherently free will, and then that free will being, utilized in a very interesting way. I don't know. I might be getting off track with that. But yeah, and these are all beliefs, right? These are all going to be beliefs, whether on what vibration you feel you're at, what emotions that you're experiencing, the experiences that you're experiencing right now. If they feel pretty negative, if they feel really heavy and dense, rather than just seeing that as like, oh, I need to move up into these places of higher vibration. I need to be in that space. Like, yes, this desire to be there is wonderful, but as a human being experiencing this full spectrum of life, as a multidimensional being living in this temporary life, we are able to learn how to utilize this ability to love unconditionally for ourselves, to allow the acceptance of what is here, the gratitude of what these dense, really, difficult emotions may be. Because these aren't just coming up because they're coming up. They're not just coming up because you did something wrong. No, they're not coming up that you deserve them. Not at all. Right? These things aren't coming up just because of that. There are a lot of different influences, and what you're bringing in, what you're allowing in. There's also a lot of influences in your own lineage and in our generations, in our ancestry, and overall just the entire ancestry of the human race. So recognizing when there is a deep heaviness, this is something that humanity is holding. And how would we want to meet that part of us, right? How would we want to meet this part of humanity, of the world, of the earth, of source? And recognizing what initially comes up for you. Because if it's initially like, okay, no, like, well, this is not our reality. Okay, if it's not your reality, if we continue pushing these things away and not embrace them to allow them to fully shift, because when we send things to the light, when we send things to source, when I talk about the light, I'm really talking about source, oneness, God, the universe, the central space of higher power, it is transmuted into its original light. It is returned to this balance. So the embrace is really the big message here, and I hope that this is kind of making sense. I've taken you on like a little spiral around. That's not even a real, yeah. Anyway, hopefully it'll make sense. But this is the big message: is to embrace the experiences and what is going on, to recognize that this is an opportunity of opening into that deeper love that is being anchored into the earth right now. And those of us that are experiencing that, like, this is being anchored into your being so that you may anchor it into the world. And this isn't like a step by step, I need to know exactly how to do this. It's like, actually, this is you returning to your sense of power and sovereignty, your intuition, your ability to sense, beyond what it is that we have been bombarded with as energetic beings. Definitely making sense. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yes, 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 and many may feel that they're being tested in life, and I think this is a really interesting belief, to think that we need to be tested, and this is a very personal thing and personal journey that we get to go through if we feel like, okay, like, these things are coming up to challenge me, to test me, to do this and that, and this is a great place to recognize that, once again, you can bring gratitude to what it is that you wanna change, and you can move forward. And to not necessarily feel like, okay, these are the ways that I'm supposed to do things. It's a very interesting thing to put ourselves in this time capsule of like, I need to have done this at this time. Hi, mama. My mom's here. That's to Milo. um, It's a very interesting thing that we feel we need to put ourselves in these time capsules, right? And be like, "Okay, once I get here, then I'll get there, and then I gotta do this, and if I accidentally get up here, then I gotta go back down here and right here, and then here's our destination," right? This, when it comes to spirituality and energetic, it's not necessarily the path, this linear path, right? And we hear that a lot. We hear like, "Healing is not a linear path," and all of these things. But what I want to share with you is that this is the idea of the true north, your path. Your true north, you're always going to be headed in your true north. Just depends on what path you're going to take, right? Depends on how many lifetimes you want to take to get to that space. Okay. So this is this time block that we're in, of needing things to be step by step, needing them to necessarily make sense to the intellectual mind. This is where the surrender gets to happen, because if we are constantly in this place of, you know, knowing everything and thinking our way through things, we're not necessarily giving space for the wisdom of the body, right? This is the space that when it gets overwhelmed, the body will take over in many different ways, and it will start to show you in different ways on your skin and ailments and dis-ease in the body what it is that you are not paying attention to, what it is that you're not allowing yourself to embody. So we can have all the wisdom and knowledge, like spiritually, and we're like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly how this works." But it's like, how is this being embodied and anchored into this realm, right? There does need to be a linking, a connection between the mind and body here, a gratitude, a love that gets to occur here. So for those of us that are feeling kind of like in this very spacey, like trying to make decisions and it being very difficult, like this is a lot of that airy energy that dissociates us from the body. So this is that opportunity to ground in, to ground in and open up. And this will make it more available for us to start shifting in those vibrations, shifting in those frequencies, right? And it may still feel like you're going through waves and waves and waves and waves, but this is how, we're going to be able to, through these cycles, which are all sacred, no matter where you're at in your life right now and how you're experiencing life right now, it is sacred. It is part of the path. You are still on your true north. Right now, you get to choose what is that path. Some paths are going to feel a bit more effortless. Some are going to feel more, trivial. Some are going to feel a bit more difficult, right? And this is all based on where it is and how it is that we choose to embody and show up in the world and for ourselves, right? For every aspect of ourselves, our inner child, our inner teenager, our inner, like the mother within us, the father within us, right? So these are just really big reminders, because I know if you are here, you know this. I know you know. I know you know. So now is the time to, like, okay, where do I get to drop into this truth that I am of the divine, that I am source, that I recognize that I am all that is, that I recognize that I am a part of this oneness, energy, that I'm also a part of the balance that is occurring within my life, that is occurring on this plane of existence, the polarity that is occurring within the universe. Right? So bringing yourself home to that on a daily basis this month is going to be really powerful. And immediately after that, that message was coming through about, like, how can you come home to that truth that you are divine, that like this connection to your heart or your soul, your higher self, however you want to speak to yourself in that way, but that part of you that knows you are a creator, that your mind is powerful, that your body is powerful, that your energy is powerful, your influence is endless, right? It's endless. So after that came through, once again, the divine support was really coming through. The light beings were really coming through, and I have been sensing them and feeling them. And it's interesting to notice, I guess, like the times when we are feeling called to them, but we don't necessarily fully make that moment to connect, and to just like recognize what parts of us are feeling the resistance or saying no, and a lot of the time it has to do with time. Has to do with these confines of living um in the need for step by step, for yeah, just living in society, civilization, right? There's a lot of that deeply rooted in our programming. And for us to think that we're supposed to just get it like that, like maybe some of us can really get it like that, but like now is the time to really put into action within our bodies and our body wisdom to start to actually make that change within ourselves so that it lands, so that it becomes true, within our being. Because if we still have a program running that we don't agree with, but we're not allowing it to be rewritten, we're just talking it through, it's not going to be grounded in your reality. Okay. So we need to bring all of that together. So, overall, with your divine support, utilize them, call upon them overall. um, really call upon them. Okay. And this is going to once again like really empower you as a creator. Your spirit guides, they are your allies, they're your peers. Um you don't necessarily need to worship or to always be giving in order to receive. And notice if you do that when it comes to your spiritual teachers, when it comes to whoever it is that you work with. This should be a partnership, a friendship. This should be a relationship that is of oneness, of source. So recognize if you find yourself pleading or begging or, you know, I guess, yeah, worshiping. Notice if you do that and bring yourself home to your power. Big, big message here. Because that worshiping and the pleading and the begging can create a different energy of the source that you are looking to connect with, of the spirit that you're looking to connect with. And if we are looking to connect with the purest of light, right, like that is of unconditional love for all beings with no exception, then it's like, okay, like I am that too. And us thinking that we aren't is bringing us back into this box of being powerless in some sense, that we need something else to do the work for us. And that's not true. It's not true. We're doing it together. Okay. We're not alone in this and we're doing it together. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I'm going to say this a third time because it's written down and I just want to make sure that I fully encaptured this message that was coming through, but bringing gratitude to what you wish to change. Breathing to create space for that. Breathing to create space for that. And these cards came through together. I'll share with y'all. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. So we had create space, and these are one after the other, right? So the variance is recognizing kind of those states of frequency and vibration that we're noticing, like the ups and downs, and not necessarily, if we don't necessarily feel like ourselves, like recognizing what's happening here. And the big medicine here is to create space, like it's okay to take mental health breaks, as they call it. It is okay. It is okay if you need space. It's okay if you need the room to bring yourself into love with yourself again, right? To start to connect with that. And it may, take some time to really begin feeling that again. If you feel like you've kind of walked away a bit, consciously or subconsciously, right? So there may be variance in our experience in what it is that we're choosing to see or just seeing in our reality and the people that we interact with. So recognize that your breath can create that space as well. Your breath can create that space with as well, and you can practice within your body if you're feeling a lot within your body and there's like not a coherence here of the heart, mind, and body. Then utilize a daily practice of centering in the message that is really potent for you right now. Okay. Coming from your intuition or something that comes through maybe on this live and you're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need. Then anchor that in. Anchor that in with a practice every single day, whether it's yoga, a little dancing, maybe some toning, some humming, some sitting in the sun, taking a walk, like laying in bed and just like doing gentle movement, breathing, meditating. Anchor in the truth that you're looking to create change with, okay? And do it every single day. And just watch it become natural, because once you have that practice you're doing every day, it's anchored in a truth. Other things may arise and you may be flowing with, the rising tides of energies and emotions and what gets to be released and held and seen and experienced. Then it's like, then you get to these points of, okay, now you're starting to recognize it more in your life. You're applying the practices as you walk through your day, and it starts to shift and change your perspective on things, and the way that you hold yourself, and your body begins to remember that and is like, oh yeah, I have a place that is anchored, and that's the practice right now. That's the anchor. Okay. So good message. I need to hear that. So all right. And then something else that kind of goes along with that, this change that we may be seeking as we embrace the love, as we open up to the sea of possibilities and things like that. Remember that you don't need conditions to change, to feel joyous in the present. Recognize the parts of you that are needing conditions to create change, that are needing like certain things to happen, certain things to be understood or said for you to make the change, for you to step into joy in your life, for you to feel present, for you to honor yourself, love yourself. Okay. Recognize those things because you don't need it. There are no conditions there. The only conditions that we are making are the excuses in our head, and excuses I know can be a very triggering word because it's like, I'm not making excuses, but it's like, that's the resistance. That's the person that you get to talk to, is the one that is creating those stories of being like, okay, well, if only this were like this, then I could receive this, then I could be this, then I could create this. And that's not necessarily the space of the creator, of someone empowered, right? So we see that there's an aspect of ourselves that may be disempowered in some sense, thinking that, it needs these outside sources for that. And this is not to say that outside sources and support in that way is not going to be helpful in the process, because if you have access to it, boom, make it happen. Make it happen, okay? Let's not go like black and white here. All right. So, yeah, and with all of these messages coming through, something a little bit more specific is attention to the spine. So, what does this mean? What comes up for you as we talk about the spine, the spinal cord, the column, the channel? I almost think of like the DNA coil, right? This pillar of light. What comes up? We're bringing attention to the spine. So, if you are physically feeling like, okay, like you're rounded here, all right, if you are really opening to embrace love in the sea of possibilities, like there gets to be an opening. So maybe that can be part of the practice, is being able to create a bit more strength, maybe in the core, strength in the back. The back is also the core. um, so this is something to pay attention to, because this is a powerful space of connection. This is our channel. This is our body. It's going to feel a lot more aligned to allow things to flow through, and our body is not holding and tightening in the fascia and our muscles and the tissues, and the energy can begin to move. So pay attention to the spine. Okay, it's a love assignment for each of us this month, is to bring some loving intention to the spine. All right, in a loving way. Um, yeah. So I asked Spirit, what was like moving forward? What is some things that we can anchor in, moving forward from this place, creating this change, anchoring into truth, anchoring into the embrace of what a true, like, unconditional love can actually be and feel like. How do we move forward from that? And I got 3 words, okay? And 3 cards. So I'll share each of them with you. The first one, wildness, electricity, wildness, okay? Moving forward, embrace the sense of wildness. The next one was fluidity, being fluid, outer core, fluid in the motion and your ability to relate, to move in certain situations. If you're feeling the complete opposite from fluid, which I've definitely felt, then it's like, okay, what is something that I can do gently for myself every single day to start to remember what that fluidity looks like. And this can be very connected to balance, to recognizing that you can hold a groundedness and a liftedness at the same time within yourself. And that can really allow yourself to be more fluid in the ups and downs. The next one was expansion. And what I was really getting from this is recognizing that you get to open up and you get to contract. You get to do both. So if you feel that, like you need to always be in this open state, it's okay to contract. This is going to be a beautiful reset for you. If you're someone that has felt very contracted, right? This is a practice to just stretch out your arms as you're walking, feel the wind. See if you can reach for something a bit further. Bring your focus, your eye focus to things like um, out of your reach that you can just really begin to open up. And these are just really like kind of powerful and simple like somatic ways to just begin to anchor in that expansiveness in ourselves, to recognize and connect with. So moving forward, connect to your wildness, stay fluid, and allow yourself the space to expand and contract and give love and gratitude to those parts of you that are experiencing that, because we can feel both at the same time as well. There can be a part of us that's feeling very contracted and another part of us that's feeling very expansive. Know that. And I feel like for those of us as light workers and healers and things, we feel like we need to always be in this expanded, open place in order to serve, in order to show up as anything, because we're very empathic, we're very sensitive, right? But this is a reminder that you can hold both. This doesn't mean like go and do things when you're not feeling well, but like you can hold both. Okay. So there is this yin and yang, I guess, that's really coming through to just remind you like, be fluid in that, be wild in that, let yourself, whoo, make some sounds, do some weird dance moves and laugh and be around those that really inspire you and lift you up, that you feel safe around, that really assist you in that wildness and that fluidity and that expansion, because there are reflections of that in life, whether they are online or in person, um, whether they are a person or perhaps a thing or an animal or a plant. So remember, there are reflections all around you, and they're not just the people and the interactions. Yes, that those are going to be very powerful because we get to interact with them in a way that our somewhat colonized minds are really used to. But it's like there are other ways of connecting in this way, and us becoming a bit more sensitive brings us even closer to our intuition and our ability to move through life towards that true north. So, all right, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, 2 more messages. Last messages from a couple cards. We've got Starseed. What lights you up? I feel like this is really, once again, that embrace of the sea of possibilities that, are here. They are here. And for some of us, recognize your design. Are you the person that goes to initiate? Or are you the person that responds? It just shows up. Okay, human design is really fun for tuning into um, your authority, kind of like the way that you make decisions, how you operate energetically overall. It's really fascinating. Highly suggest, but like what lights you up? And how are you going to move toward that, create that space for you to embrace that and not let it just be a season in which, like, okay, I only do this when I feel good, you know? It's like, how about we offer ourselves those things, even if it's a little different, when we're not feeling good? And then that last message here is, how can you mother yourself? And there you go. Your star mother. A lot of star energy. The light beings are like, hello, we're ready to connect. Someone want to tune in? All right. So those are our messages. Oh, wait, never mind. There's one more. There's one more. All right. The final card that I was pulling for this month was answer the call. I said, what is the final message for the collective right now? Answer the call. Mic drop. Okay. There you go. Answer the call. Like, it's still here. Alrighties. How are we doing? How are we feeling? What's coming up? What is coming up before we tune into some interesting enough, my laptop is not charging. So let me know in the chat. I'm gonna make sure that my laptop is plugged in. And we'll go from there. Let's see. Are we here? Yes, we are. It's plugged in and it's charging. Alrighties. So let's drop into the chat what's arising for you. Comment down below what's arising for you. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. There's 14 of us here and 10 likes. So, oh, no, there's 15. So like the video if this served you in any way. This really assists in allowing this to open up and be connected to many others that are looking for a space like this. If you're interested in joining our soul circle, we'll be doing that right after this live. So in about like 15, 20 minutes. And I will pop the link in there. There's 2 ways to join. You can just join this circle or you can become a part of the channel. But I will paste this link and it'll tell you all about it. Alrighties, let's see. You're welcome, Ava. Felt that travel through me. Thank you. Got a posture corrector a couple weeks ago. It is helped open my chest. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that opening. That opening is very important. All right, so let's put in the chat 555. If you would like a live reading, I'm going to pull from, let's see what deck we want to use today. We're going to use the light deck. No, that's a favorite. Hi, Peter. All right, so let's do this thing. Get your sips of water. Let me get my sip of water. I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being led by my videos and for supporting. And yeah, it's so amazing. I was reflecting a few days ago on just like how far it's come. We're going into the 5th year of this YouTube channel and like the people I've been able to connect with, like all of you here and just wow, it's really cool. Like when you're in it and you're just continually like answering the call to do certain things and you're just doing them. And now looking back, I'm like, wow, we really do have a community here. Like there is this sense of community here of like me seeing, I see y'all. Oh, I guess you're on this side. But I see you guys like every single month in some way, shape, or form. And it's so beautiful. And I love receiving like your emails, your messages here, the comments, seeing you everywhere. It just makes me so happy that we're doing this together. Like we're growing together. You know, it's been years for some of us. And for some of us, like you've maybe just tuned in like this year and just like thank you for being here. It's a continuous like cycle of beauty and and growth. And yeah, I'm just super grateful. I just wanted to express that. I got a lot of gratitude. Got a lot of gratitude in my heart I want to share. All right. So for these readings, the overall intention is going to be what messages are for you for this month of May. If there's anything specific, you can hold it in your heart or be open, because what comes up will come up. So we'll start with cosmic wisdom. Let's take a breath. Okay. Let your light shine. Nasira kiana tuama siala kashirinyana. Inganyana mokwa yasatiara kiam. Ingia satua rekia pua mbosa kiatiam. Ikia satukora kia pashiara kumumboara kalakia satutuam. Tutuam. I'm really getting that, like, you get to let yourself be more yourself around people. That's something that you get to play with. And this may be a part of, like, that shining, allowing your light to really be seen and felt, knowing that it's going to be completely natural, because it's you being yourself is allowing your light to shine. So in any situation or, area or community or whatever it may be, like, this is the call to play with, like, all right, so, like, step into it a bit more. Like, there's more magic there. There is always more magic there. All right, so this is your reading. Let me know how you feeling, if it resonates. Peter, you are next. Take a breath. Okay. All right. First one here is let go. You have this powerful sword that can, like, dissolve. It's, like, made of love and power and just light. A light sword. Dua sariela kiata tuana shuara kia siatian. In siatiana kuarakiam. And de la siata kuara hashira no kupu abayanai. And then divine masculine came up for you as well. Mbua sarihira tiana kwa. Mbua sarihira tiamakwa. Ndukua shirehila tiana suapaya sakia. Big message coming through is, like, to really connect with these divine masculine figures, whether, like, in your life or just spiritually. Ngua sala hiatatia la siamokua sharikiera kiatatua can really be as helpful for letting go. Ambia sariara como shurura kiamata muku shariela hiatatua makiasam. So yeah. Curious what comes up for you with this. Divine masculine and let go. All right, Red Mars, you are next. Take a breath. Oh. This one was flying. Authentic truth. Mbua sala hiana tua arapuara kanria shumua. Ingia sala tia tokuara hiasatia mokumbasia. Take the leap. Ndia sala hiatokua shariayana tua. Mbasiara kiatatua. Mbasiara kiatopoala hiasa. Really connecting with your heart, your being, the wisdom within you as you take that leap or that step, whatever that may mean for you. Muesabuarakia. Powerful message to like really hone into that intuition and just let it like really guide you. Whee! That is your message, Red Mars. Let me know how you doing, how you feeling. And Bozina, you are next. Let's see. Take a breath. All right. Oh. Divine Animals 22. Go. So if you've been whether you have animals or not, any animal friends, guides, there may be like symbols and representations of animals coming up, maybe in dreams or just in your life, noticing things here and there. There is this deep anchoring, like this grounding energy that they really hold for you when it comes to the sense of love, the sense of not only like companionship, but really like love and presence for life, like this joy and play for life, this acceptance of life overall. So this is your message, Bazina. Curious what kind of comes up for you, but this is also could be something like a lot of animals, they also associate with different star systems and different races of beings. So this could also be kind of like a message to connect with that, because there is like this beautiful activation of energy that gets to be here, and this connection that you have and the support that they can offer you. So there you go. Let me know how you doing, how you feeling. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am Angel. Take a breath. Let's do yours next. Ooh. Visualize. 17. So instantly what's coming through is like your inner child. Your inner child's really coming through. Like there's some messages that they may have for you, or there's like something that they want to share with you that's going to be helpful in you moving forward from this space, or to kind of allow something to integrate within your life. And this power of visualization just is really a reminder that your imagination is powerful, that it is not just something that's like woo woo, or just, like, and I feel this, but like utilize and recognize the power of your imagination and your visualization in your healing processes and your connection to yourself and others as well. Biasarakia latua na kuara siete kumenya tekalakia satuata. It's something that you can trust. Your visualization is something that you can trust, and something that maybe, filled with like symbols and maybe even like physical feelings. Just recognize there's many different ways to sense and experience a visualization, whether it doesn't have to be like something that you can really see with your third eye, but something that you can feel or something that you can sense or know. So recognize that your senses here are just like a really really powerful place to begin this moving forward overall. And I'm curious kind of what comes up for you. So there's a few different messages with this card. There you go. I am Angel. All right. So now we have, I feel like I'm going to say your name wrong every time. But it's the QUI Zodic conception. You're next. Take a breath. I love your picture. You're so pretty. Okay, here we go. Joy. Ndiye satukomo sarihia la katia rakia satukoam. Ndiye salahia takora shiratia tatua samakia. Instant message. It's like, can go sit with the earth, let the earth hold you, be with the earth, be outside, be outside, like anchor into that joy, let that really just like flow through you, listen to the birds, play with the plants, watch the bugs do their thing. Así la koa ta komboa sarihia rakua shirihia moa. Ambua salahiata india saraku urashia. And that's just one of the many layers to really activate this joy within you and to allow that to be a guiding force. Ambua sarihia latia tatsuapan. So this is your card and reading. Let me know how you're doing. How's that resonate with you? Very beautiful. All right, last one, Erica the Steward. Hello and welcome to live. I'm not sure, at least I haven't seen you in the chat. Sometimes I know some people aren't in the chat that may be live here, but it's nice to see your name. So take a breath. Getting a full shuffle. All right. So Erica the Steward, you have joy. Amia sarahia la tuka mashua, nukumpa mashua, nakupa nashua, india salakia totoa sarakia. Do not discount what brings you joy. Do not discount like that feeling of joy. Notice if there's judgments around joy here. India salakia, being able to experience it, feel it. Notice if there's shame around it. Imbua sarakia la tia nasu, ora kamua salakia satia nakua. And then light beings came up for you as well. Dia salahia tua de ganasiamba natua arahiata kamasa kamopu uraku uraka uraki isa. And there is a lot of support here that can really assist you if you're feeling any sense of like questioning or resistant. There we go. Questioning or resistance toward experiencing, allowing that joy to be like fully and completely expressed, right? So this is a superpower, right? Your joy is a superpower. It just is. It's this presence, it's this enthusiasm for life. And it's like, hey, let's anchor it in a bit more. Let's see like how you can really experience even more pleasure in this space of life, right? So this is your message, Erica. Let me know how you're feeling. Alrighties. I'm gonna tune into the chat and then we're gonna hop over, take maybe a minute or two to kind of get set up for our soul circle. And we're gonna allow it to just be like a practice. We're gonna base it off of the overall energies that we've been moving through today. So we're going to do a lot more connection with intuition, with some meditation, and perhaps even a little journaling, a little movement, some breath work. So things like that, if you really want to dive into practice with everything right now and just be held even more in a more intimate space, it's on Zoom. Join. I'd love to see you there. I'd love, love, love to see you there. We've been doing these for a long time, so it's always nice to have like people come in and go in, and just the space is always perfect for what everyone's needing in that time. So excited for that. I feel like my microphone wants to slip a bit. All right. I'll see you then, Angela. Red Marzi said, yes, I have many questions going on. Paralyzing my intuition. What a wonderful way to word that. Wonderful way to word that. Yeah. Like I feel I want to go to those ways, but I'm afraid to fail or to choose the wrong paths. Yeah. Big one. Should I choose my intuition or should I choose my security and rational choices that will keep me out of my problems, questions like that paralyzing my path in this moment? Yeah. You're so welcome. I'll work on reconnecting with my intuition, my heart, and take the leap. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. And it's interesting, like how we constantly have that questioner. Like I don't know if it's like just the ego, but there's like that questioner that's like, okay, but actually, according to the files, according to past experiences in the files and everything that society says, the programs that we've held that are probably very limiting and abusive, we're gonna do it this way, actually. And then the heart's like, I already told you what I wanted. Why are we in this loop right now? It's a very interesting place to be. So it is very paralyzing because then you're like, wait, now I don't know what to listen to. It's like gotten to this point to where it's like, yeah, totally get that. And you got it. You got it. Got that every single one of the messages. Yay. Lovely, lovely. This is wonderful. I feel the joy so much in participating with your channel. So much love to you. Oh, so much love to you. I feel so much joy just being here with all of you. It's wonderful. I love it, love it, love it. Joy, yeah, I just started germinating a bunch of seeds for garden this year. And finally actually spring cleaned and ended up shaking my bracelets and crying. Yes, it was great. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Yes to life. Yes to life. Yes to life. Beautiful. Well, thank you all so much for being here, for your presence, for your attention, your focus, your connection to self, for breathing with all of us today. So wonderful. I will see some of you in the soul circle. Please do like the video if you haven't already. And yeah, maybe in the comments down below, if you're watching this as replay, comment 555 in the chat. Like, what's coming through for you? What are you anchoring into? 555 is like that number sequence that it's one of my favorites. I just love the number five, but it's just change is on the way, like there's something like moving, coming, there's expansion, there's wildness, the fluidity, like wow. So let's anchor in what it is that we are choosing. Let's continue to remember our power and to recognize the parts of us that are feeling these resistances, right? And embrace this with love so that we can make that shift. We're like, oh wow, love actually shifted the whole thing for us right now. Pretty sweet. So yeah, once again, thank you all so much. I'll see y'all in another video. All right, much love, everyone. Blessed May and happy birthday to all the May babies. It was just my dad's birthday. Happy birthday to my father. And happy birthday to my partner. So just really excited for all that is to come this month. And I love y'all so much. Mwah. Bye. I'll see you soon.